Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be taking you through a makeup look that I've done before, and just kind of adding a little bit of warmth to, you know, my eyelids and to my face, and just kind of, you know, showing you some steps that, you know, takes me to a very smoky eye. I love wearing smoky eyes. It's one of those looks that I think shows up very well in photos for me. The other day I just put a video out, my drugstore makeup routine, and it's pretty a simple look, something I'd wear to school, but you know, these particular looks can be my date night looks, or you know, just looks where I'm going on a dinner date, or my husband and I may be going to a party or something of that nature. But I just wanted to show you some of the looks that I'm going to create, you know, on this channel that are very simple looks, but I don't want you to be overwhelmed. I'm not a professional, I have to say that. I'm not, you know, I want to say a beauty guru. I love makeup, I love wearing it. This just taking you through steps of what I do, how I feel like my makeup application can go. I don't want this process to be overwhelming, but I do want you to see, you know, how I put on makeup and how I just try to make it easy for myself. So the first thing, if you notice, I have one eyebrow already filled in and one that's not filled in, because I wanted to show you this pencil that I talked about. I have another video coming out before this one that talks about the e.l.f. This was in my Ulta haul, this e.l.f. brow pencil, and I really like the tip on it, and so I just kind of fill my brows in with it. And I'm not all fancy schmancy, you know, with my brows or anything like that, but you know, I like my brows a little bit more on the natural side, and I don't like them to be, you know, like I said, just so chiseled where they begin to look where they're not natural. And I do have to kind of feel my brows, and you see how I went below where they are. I'm giving my brows because they're so sorry. I mean, these brows are sorry. Yeah, I have to talk about them because to me they are. But if you notice that I just kind of give my brows a little bit of just a penciling in to make me look like I have something up there. I mean, remember, brows are not twins, they're cousins, they're sisters, but they're not twins. So don't stress about whether or not they look, I mean, we try to get them as identical as possible, but they're not gonna be just, you know, super identical, but we want them to be as identical as possible. So I love this pen because it's about as natural with my hair color and what I'm looking for my brows to have. I love it because this also has a spoolie on the end, and I can kind of, you know, brush my brows in place. I don't get my brows waxed because it breaks me out, and if that's something that has ever happened to you where your brows, you know, you kind of start breaking out in that area, you may want to try getting them threaded versus getting them waxed, because the wax just breaks me out, and I noticed that over time, so I just stopped waxing my brows. And then at times, depending on how my skin was feeling, I was getting a little broken out with the threading as well. Some people don't like the threading, it just depends on what's going on. But sometimes I do my own brows at home. I may pluck them with tweezers, but whatever makes you feel comfortable, I say just go for it. So this is kind of my method to my madness. So here I am with nothing on my face, not even any primer or anything, but I definitely want to show you that this was sent to me, and this is not a sponsored video, but this was also sent to me from influencer, and this was sent to me in a beauty box by the Honest Beauty Company. And they sent me a few things, and I'm gonna kind of pull these things into certain videos because I don't want to put it all in one video, but I'm gonna try their Honest Beauty Primer. If you can see that right here, it's a prep and prime, and you apply it all over the face under the foundation or concealer, and it can also be worn alone for a fresh no makeup look, because the look of matte and freshly filtered skin, it is to me everything, because I get oily in the T-zone. So we're gonna give this a try, and this is the first time that I'm trying this on camera, so I have not tried this, you know, in the privacy of my restroom, but this is the first time that I'm gonna try this right here on camera, because you know, I love a matte face. I'll go with a matte face any day of the week over a a shiny face, you know, or something that looks like porcelain glass. So I'll take this any day, you know, if it's gonna make me, you know, prime. It's gonna prime my face, prep it, and just make it, you know, matte down the makeup, because I don't want to put on any foundation where I feel as though it's just going to make me very oily, or the oils are going to start to break through the foundation. So this is by the Honest Company, Honest Beauty, and it's called Everything Primer. It's a prep and prime. Actually, it doesn't really have a smell, not to me. It smells really like I want to say like a candle, something I've lit before in my house. Oh, and if I don't get a chance to say this, that e.l.f. liner for my brows, that brow pencil, it has a kind of dryness to it that I like, because believe it or not, I do sweat in my brows, and sometimes that liner, you know, if you're wiping your face, it will not stay. Now, I can say this about the Honest. One thing that I do like is it doesn't have a greasiness to it, and I can feel that. It's kind of drying down on my skin, which makes it very nice for me. Like I said, it doesn't really have a smell, so it's kind of drying down for me, and I kind of like that actually. I'll keep using this, and this will be something I kind of grab in each video, and I'll keep telling you guys about it as I'm using it every time I come on camera, just so you can kind of get a good review of what you think, how it feels, or if there's something that you want to put into your makeup routine. So the first thing I'm going to start with is priming my eyes, and I'm going to go with the Milani primer, and this is in nude. And you guys have seen me use the Maybelline Fit Me, and I'm still going to use that today, but I'm going to use this primer. I love the Milani primer, but it's also one of those things where I don't want to just stick to, you know, one thing. But this primer, one thing about me is I like to set my eyes once I prime them. But today I'm not going to, because I'm doing a smoky look with my eyes. So I'm not going to set them with another, like, you know, crease color or something like that. That will kind of set my eyes. And I'm using my fingers just so you can kind of see that you don't always need a brush for everything. Your fingers are really good tools as well. But this is also a drugstore primer, and it's very inexpensive. I got mine at Target, and like I said, this is called the Milani eyeshadow primer. And I feel like Milani has done a really good job on putting out a pretty good product. So I definitely say give that a try. The first thing I'm gonna come in with is the Color Tattoo, and I've spoken about this in a couple of other videos. It's the Color Tattoo in this color called Edgy Emerald. And so since we're kind of going with a green, kind of green smoky eye type, I'm just gonna use my fingers. So here it is. I'm gonna use my fingers, and then I'm just gonna go here and put this on the very bottom lid. And even though it won't show up like this, even though it will not show up like this, and guys, I have enough product to go to the other eyelid as well. It will not be this bright green like this, but putting a creamy shadow just makes the other shadow kind of pop a little bit more. And guys, everybody does, you know, smoky eyes different ways, and just, you know, hey, what you like, I love. I've said that several times. And, you know, this is just one way that I know that I'm putting like insurance on my makeup. Because, you know, we can put makeup on and spend all that time, you know, putting it on and doing this and doing that. But then after we put it on, you know, by the time we get to a certain part of the day, the makeup is gone and we're like, what the? So we don't want that to happen. We want to put something down underneath it that's gonna make these shadows stick. And this 24-hour Color Tattoo by Maybelline is pretty freaking amazing. They have about, I think, 8 or 9 shades, and I own probably 4 of them. Purple, an emerald, a champagne color, and a goldie color. So one of them I used in a video just not long ago, but I'll come back and I also do a smoky purple eye, so you can see me use the purple ones there as well. So I'm coming in with something new. You guys, I talked about this in a previous video, and this is the Makeup Revolution palette. And this palette, I mean, just look at the colors in this palette. Only $7, and I'm all over it. I mean, I'm gonna start in with this color right here first because it's so gorgeous. And we're gonna use that color. I got a lot going on right here in front of me. So we're gonna use that color. Anytime that I'm gonna smoke my eye out, I'm gonna come in with some type of setting spray. And I'm gonna spray this flat brush right here, which is an e.l.f. concealer brush. I'm gonna spray that down, and then I'm gonna go into that shadow. And remember, shadows, you notice I don't have on any foundation because sometimes shadows have fallout and kickback, and I don't want any of that in my, you see, I see a little bit just fell right here on my face. I don't want any of that on my foundation once I've decided to do all that work and putting on that foundation. So if you notice that, even wetting this brush is gonna make those shadows stick even more and just even be more vibrant. And y'all, I have to say that this color payoff quality in this Makeup Revolution palette, which I found at Ulta, is pretty amazing. And I mean, for $7, and this is, you know, why I'm so happy I started this channel, because this opens it up for a lot of people who just may not want to spend that kind of money on makeup. And don't get me wrong, I am a fashion blogger, and I am, you know, with this channel. But when I'm fashion blogging and, you know, trying to share skincare and other things like that, when I'm doing things of that nature, you're going to want to, you're going to see my clothes first before you see my makeup, unless I'm just taking pictures with just headshots. So you're going to see that first before you see anything else. Now, if you notice that there's a harsh line right here between this blanks part of my eye and then the part where I put the makeup. So I'm gonna make sure that I have enough blush, not blush, why did I say blush? I'm gonna make sure that I have enough eyeshadow that's covering this, but I also wanna make sure that I get rid of these harsh lines that are here now on my eye. So because of this harsh line, I'm gonna go in with a color that is gonna kinda balance out the green, but it's gonna kind of just do a gradient effect of where it's just kind of blending out, and it doesn't look so harsh anymore, but it actually just starts to become really beautiful. So I'm gonna take a Real Techniques brush, which is an expert concealer brush, and I'm gonna go right here in this color right here, and I'm going to start blending out that green. And I'm going into that chocolate color because I mean think about it, these colors are so beautiful together. I'm gonna go in that color and just start blending out that crease and taking away that harsh line. And guys, there are so many ways that people do their I'm just gonna blend. There's so many ways that people do their smoky eyes, so no way is the wrong way. I'm just showing you that this is the way that I smoke out my eye. And if you notice that that color is starting to go, that color is starting to bleed into that chocolate color, and the harsh lines are leaving. And I'm actually gonna give you a pop of another color that I think you'll really like. So if you follow me on Pinterest, I have a board called Makeup for Beginners, and there is some pretty smoking eyes on that board. So see, this brown in this right here is pretty nice. I'm gonna be honest, this Makeup Revolution palette, it kind of reminds me of Lorac shadows, how creamy and, you know, mattified they are. I mean, and guys, that Milani primer is like $6.99, seriously. But do you notice how the more I blend, the better that green just kind of does its own thing? It's like, look at me, look at me. I mean, seriously, it's so gorgeous. But like I said, I'm gonna add another color. And this is why I don't like putting on, see I have a little fallout right here. This is why I don't like putting on my foundation before I do anything else. So I just want you to see that, I mean, see those colors and see how they've kind of worked themselves. So I'm gonna go back in with another brush that I brought out. Let's see. So I'm gonna go in with my Sonia Kashuk brush. I'm not really sure if they still make this brush. This is an old brush. So, but I can say this. Sonia Kashuk has some really nice, she has some really nice brushes. And she has some that are on sale at Target. So I definitely would say, you know, try Target for, you know, some of her brushes. So I'm gonna put this down for a second. And then I am going to, let's see. Okay, so I'm going in with a little bit of this little, it's like a little orangey color by NYX. It's called Double Dare. I don't know if NYX is still making this color, but I will definitely try to link something similar down below so you can kind of see, you know, how beautiful this is. Now, I have this brush right here, and it's a really good, one of those brushes that kind of is very pointy. So I'm gonna go in this, and I'm not gonna spray it because this is a pretty pigmented color right here, Double Dare. And I'm just gonna go right here, right above that chocolate. Notice that I didn't even dip my brush back in again yet. It doesn't take much. It doesn't take much. So I'm kind of got this, I'm gonna be honest, this look really kind of reminds me of fall, like we're about to get into this fall. So, and I'm gonna put some lashes on today, but I'm gonna kind of go in with this green NYX pencil that I bought at Ulta, and I'm just gonna go to my waterline with this because I really wanted the effect of just a really pretty eye. I mean, look how pretty. I mean, it doesn't get any more beautiful. The color on that is just, oh, gorgeous. I mean, absolutely gorgeous. So we've done that, and I have on the smokiness, and I see just a little patch right here, and I'm gonna go back in and just touch that up right there. And don't be afraid to go back and touch it up a little bit. And I'm gonna do my corners in a minute, but I gotta go ahead and start on my face. So the first thing you guys know, what am I breaking out? I'm breaking out the Physicians Formula Healthy Foundation in the color DN3. And you guys know that I love this foundation. This is my bottle. I've already purchased another one. I'm actually just using what's left in this bottle just before I break open the other one. Because y'all, there is still a lot of residual that is left in the bottle. So I'm actually just using that. I love it. It does well in the heat. It's done well, you know, just in overall in general, it's done really well. So if you haven't tried it, I promise, I think you will really like it. So notice that I'm going on to this foundation. I tap, 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 and it's not, only time you see me really rubbing is when I'm on my forehead, but I tap, 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 just because I don't want to rub all the product away off onto my brush. And I'm using the Sigma Flat Kabuki F80. These brushes are all old brushes. They're an investment. They're not really, I want to say, expensive, but if you want to make brushes that are going to just kind of last, e.l.f. has some good ones too. I mean, let's not underestimate the power of e.l.f., okay? I think I need to do a video with just all e.l.f. stuff so you can kind of see, you know, how powerful e.l.f. is and how much I love e.l.f. So I put that on my old trusty Maybelline Fit Me, and I'm just gonna dot right here. You guys know this is kind of like my concealing. This is a Maybelline Fit Me concealer, and it just lightens me up where I need to be lit up. Okay, and it's just gorgeous. I love the creaminess. I love the consistency. I love everything about this Maybelline Fit Me concealer. Okay, in order for me to do any baking, I'm going to go with the, today I'm not using my Maybelline Fit Me, even though I love that powder. I'm not using that, the Maybelline Fit Me. I'm going to be using my Coty Airspun Loose Finishing Powder, Loose Face Powder, and it does the same thing. It's still very soft. The only thing I have to say about this powder is that if you're not used, it has a perfume type smell, and if you're not used to that, oh, you're not gonna like it. I had to get used to it at first, and it wasn't my most favorite smell, but I loved the quality, you know, what it did. I'm just putting a little contouring right here on my cheek, just to add a little dimension. Usually I like using the NYX Wonder Stick, and I think I've talked about that in a couple of favorites videos before, and I can pick me up another one. That NYX Wonder Stick, it's all that. So usually I pick one of those up. So once I'm done with that, I go in with this right here, and I'm taking a brush that was sent to me by Becca, but I go in, see, this is almost gone. This is by Sunflower Illuminating Bronze Powder. It's called Sun Kiss. They may still make this. I have not. It's by Prestige Cosmetics. I have not looked for it at Ulta. This was bought at Ulta. So like I said, I have not looked for it. This is just for me to add over the top of what I just kind of contoured, and to kind of get my forehead. I don't put a lot up here because my bangs are long, so you don't really see all of that, you know, jazz underneath my skin. So I go back in with the Coty Airspun, and I just bake. I bake, and while we're waiting on that, I'm gonna go ahead and pop on some lashes, and then I'll be right back after I pop on those lashes. Hey friends, so I'm back with you. I went off camera to go put on a little, you know, some lashes and kind of line my eyes because it takes me a little bit of time. I want it to be a little bit more accurate. It takes, you know, putting on lashes definitely is not, some people, they can do it right away. It has taken me quite some time to master the art of putting on lashes and feeling comfortable wearing them. So once I put them on, they are on for the rest of the day. But I like lashes, and the ones that I'm wearing are actually by Ardell, and it's a faux mink wispy lashes. So if you can kind of see that these are kind of those like, they're natural, but they're like really yummy. So I really like these. While we're talking about that, I'm gonna dust away what I have here with the Coty powder I put on. I really like this powder. It's very reasonable. You can find it at your grocery store, or at one, if you have a CVS or Walgreens near you, you can find it there. So it really gives a really nice clean look. And I'm gonna go back and talk about a little bit about this Honest Beauty Everything Primer. I might have just kind of ran up on something, you know. This primer is nice, and I still feel very matte. I'm not gonna really be outside today, but I do have somewhere to go. So I'm coming in with this L'Oreal Lumi True Match foundation. Not foundation, girl. I said blush earlier when I was trying to do eyeshadow. This is kind of like a liquid gold illuminator. So I kind of feeling like fall in this picture, seriously. Wish I had on like this pretty sweater, and you know, but this is not something I'd wear to work, I'm gonna be honest with you, just because I'm teaching second graders and they don't care about, you know, lashes or smoky eyes. So when I enter the classroom, I'm about the business of teaching my students. So I put on this, but I do have on makeup, and I will jazz that out a little bit, you know, just my everyday look. So I'm putting on this, like this illuminator, and I really like it because it kind of gives your skin that dewy look, and it's really nice. So I put that on, and I just kind of let that sit there. And I'm gonna put a little bit of highlight, but I'm gonna go in with this blush, and this is something I spoke about in another video. It's called Mellow Wine. That was just my little brush that they have included in here. Nobody uses it, at least I don't. But I'm gonna go in with this because it has that kind of that warmness that I'm looking for with this look. And guys, this blush is pretty pigmented, so a little bit does go a long way. And I kind of like to layer it underneath that illumination that I put there, but kind of on top of that contour that I have there. I noticed that I have a little face hair right here, and that's going to bring me to another video where I'm going to talk about an item that was also sent to me called Dermaflash. So I'm going to talk about that and what it does and how it kind of gives you like that new layer of skin. So I always, you know, blow my blush a little bit just because it does have a little bit of fallout, and you know, I don't want it to be everywhere, but I do blow it out a little bit. So if you notice how this kind of warmed me up and kind of gave me that, you know, I'm looking for fall kind of stuff going on. So I'm actually going to go in with a more of a goldy-like highlighter, and this one is actually from ColourPop. It's old, as you can see. Yep, I've hit pan. This is ColourPop, and this is in the color Avalon. I don't know if they're still carrying this product, but I will look, and if it's there, I will link it down below. This is very nice. It's kind of have that pearlized look. It has that pearlized look right here on the cheek, if you notice that, which I think is so stinking gorgeous. So I like to buff my highlighter into the skin, and I do put a tiny bit right here, but I like to buff it into the skin. It's, you know, to give it that more natural look. But we're completing this look, and there's not a whole lot left for me to do but to add a little bit of gloss, and I'm actually going in with the NYX Soft Matte Lip Cream in the color London, which I like this one. I've had this one for a little while. NYX, you know, they do a really good job of, and this is a more of a nude type cream. If I'm busting out this kind of eye, then I'm definitely gonna kind of calm my lips down a little, you know, keep my lips kind of calm. But if I'm busting this eye out, my lips are gonna be a little bit more calm. So I'm actually just gonna kind of go in and, you know, buff out any harsh lines or anything like that, and, you know, buff out my face a little. Before I kind of close out this eye look a little, I have, I just sharpened it. Where did I put it? Oh, here it is. This is that brow and eye highlighter by Milani, and I just go in right here, right below my brow with this product, just to kind of highlight that area just a little. And I pat it with my finger so it's not so so stark and like in your face kind of thing. So I do that, and then before I end this look, I always give myself a spray. You guys know how much I love the Mario Badescu spray in the green, you know, with the green mix. They have a rose water one. I have not tried that one yet. I think this is the bang for your buck. They have one that's a little smaller than this, and I pull it far away. You guys know the smell on this is absolutely amazing. I mean, absolutely amazing. So this is the end of this look, and you know, like I said, this is a very luxurious type look for me, and I enjoy wearing this smoky eye. I feel like it's a lot, you know, part of my personality. And down in the comments below, don't forget to like and subscribe to this video, or like and subscribe to my channel. Down in the comments below, tell me what kind of looks do you tend to lean more towards. Do you like more of the sultry looks like this, or do you like more of the safe looks? where there's not a lot of color and not a lot of things that you have to apply to your face. So let me know those things down in the comments. Also, let me know what you'd like to see, you know, what some content that you would like to see on this channel. Always, thank you guys for joining me. Until our next video, see you again soon. Bye.